Mass Media.
Welcome to Anything But Cliché, a place for real talk about age gaps, culture clashes, and all the things people whisper about but rarely discuss out loud.
Yeah, we're kind of defining a relationship on our own terms.
I would say unconventional relationship.
In every sense of the term. So many dynamics that come into our relationship. Our races, our age. You're like basically on Social Security.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, I love you.
Here are your hosts, Clifton and Shay.
Welcome back to Anything But Cliché. As always, I'm Clifton.
I'm Shay.
And together we're Cliché. All right, Shay. I want to talk about, I guess, our relationship in terms of arguments and fights and things of that nature.
The gritty stuff.
Yeah, getting down into the
nitty-gritty.
Yeah. So this is an interesting topic for us because we don't really fight, right? But I want to see if we can stir something up on this episode.
Okay, let's see.
So
what you got for me?
We just went online and pulled the 12 topics that are most likely to cause strife in a relationship, and this is from research performed at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Okay.
So number 12, personality issues, right? So like if our personalities just don't align, I could be like, God, this chick, she's annoying because,
she likes to bedrock.
That's a habit. That's not a personality trait.
Which I guess we'll get to.
Yeah. Habits are down the road. They're like I don't know. I can't see it.
Yeah.
But so it's just like, for example, if I was a very hyperactive individual, and then maybe you wouldn't want to hang out with me because you're a very,
even keel,
chill. Like, you said bed rotting, for example. That's one of your favorite activities or inactivities. And if I was like, oh, let's go mile a minute, then we're going to fight over that. It's like, this week for, weekend plans, I might be like, oh yeah, let's go to the farmer's market, and then we're going to go for a hike, and then we're going to go, meet some friends to do this, and then we're going to have a barbecue, and you're like, oh my God, all I wanted to do is lay in bed. That. Yeah.
You love life like that.
I like having things to do for sure.
Yeah. So I think that is where we're different.
Yeah, we differ, but we don't fight about it, right?
No. But I tell you in advance, I have a social battery. It might get depleted.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't see me, or if I need to check out for part 3 of our 5 activity a day.
Yeah.
But don't take it personally.
Have I ever had a day like that planned for us?
I think for me, the whole, the cruise, but it wasn't like you had it planned. It was kind of like it was planned, but it was a lot of being around people, a lot of different personalities. Everyone travels differently.
Yeah.
So, but I did like how it was set up where we did have, days at sea, because kind of I could just do my own thing and sleep in and just take time to myself, because I'm very big on, I need personal time.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I like having personal time too.
Yeah.
All right. Number 11, friends. What if you had shitty friends?
Well, I don't really have friends.
I know. But what if you had friends and they were shitty?
I don't keep shitty people around me.
That's true. Except for me.
I'm very intentional with my friendships, and I think that's why now, I joke that I don't have friends. I'm good with having 1 or 2 good friends around me. I've realized since relocating out here, because I don't have the core group of people that I did when I lived in New York just around me every day. But because I'm really intentional and selective about people, especially girls, I think that's why I don't have a lot of friends. It takes, as friendly as I am, it takes a lot for me to open up and let someone in and really care about them, because when I care about you, I really care about you.
Yeah, that's a great quality of yours.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. I mean, in our relationship, I don't have this issue, but when I was married, I didn't my now ex-wife, she had shitty friends.
Yeah.
Not because they were bad people, but just like they weren't cool. They weren't fun. they weren't attractive. Like we lived on the lake.
Oh my God, you're
No, I'm serious.
horrible.
I even had this discussion with her because I'm a pretty open and honest guy. I was like, you need to make some friends with some attractive girls. Like I can't like just go out and make friends with attractive girls to bring them on the boat. That's your job. Like you don't buy a boat to have a bunch of ugly people on it. Like
you're so wild.
Like I'm serious though. Like
you're so vain.
Well, you can have like friends, like good people who are still good looking. Like if you had the choice between you
can have good friends that may not be the most attractive people.
I'm saying
be friends with people based on their attraction.
But what I guess what I'm getting at is like you can have both, right? You can have good friends who are good people and are attractive. Mm-hmm. You don't have to just be friends with ugly people.
You're crazy.
But
no,
I think women. No, I think women do this. I think they do this on purpose. They like to be the best looking person in their friend group.
You're not a woman.
But I know this is me observing.
No,
like
that's
okay.
not true.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Girls become friends with ugly people so they can be the prettiest one in the group. Mm-hmm. That's a super insecure person.
I think it. Yes, I agree. But I guess what I'm saying is like oftentimes girls won't befriend attractive other girls because they perceive them as being bitchy or whatever, and then there's like the other layer of them not wanting to like compete.
Coming from the mind of a man who's not a woman.
Okay, so moving on.
That we can get into if you want to get into it.
Yeah. All right. The next one, number 10, is intimacy. Like, we don't have this problem, right?
No.
Yeah, because our sex is awesome.
I know.
And we have, like, the way that we like to express physical love is, like...
relatively the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I realized that with you. I don't feel like, though, any other guy that's dated me would say my love language is, like, physical touch and, like, words of affirmation. But I feel like when I'm with you, I don't know. It's, like, different. I'm like, wait, I think I do like physical touch. And I am big on, like, words of affirmation and stuff like that. And, like, I didn't realize that until...
Yeah, touch me or pet me and tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, literally. That's all I need.
All right. So we're aligned with intimacy, like the frequency, the style, the all the kinks, like
all the good stuff.
They all align, so that's good.
Yeah, I feel like with me in a relationship, once intimacy starts going, well, intimacy is the first sign that I've checked out. For sure. Like, if I don't want to be intimate with you, I'm either pissed at you or, like, that's usually the first sign that I'm checking out.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a very,
that makes sense.
I express my love through sex.
Yeah.
You're like, I know.
Yeah. Say less. The next one, number 9, would be commitment.
Commitment issues?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't think it's not commitment issues. It's like
to each other.
I think the style of commitment,
or the level of commitment,
because commitment means something different to different people. Mm-hmm. Like, I think one of the most important things for like couples to discuss early on in the relationship is their definition of cheating, right?
Yeah.
Because I've had friends whose like significant other thinks that going to a strip club is cheating.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Whereas other friends are like, oh, yeah, like, or...
let's go to the strip club together.
Let's go to the strip club together. Or, oh, yeah, if you're on a business trip and you have a one-night stand, I mean, that's not cheating. I just don't want to know about it. You know what I mean? So, like, some people are very open. Some people are very closed off. Like, and so I think that, your type of commitment or your definition of commitment is important to discuss. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess you could see it from the other side too, and a fear of commitment could also be, or an aversion to commitment.
Because you could still be in a romantic relationship and not be. I mean, you could still. Yeah, relationships very loose. I'm trying to say, like, be in a romantic relationship, but you guys still aren't like a couple, if that makes sense. So you can still have those commitment issues or
right. I mean, we dated for a year before we were.
I know, because you had issues.
I didn't have issues.
You had commitment issues, for sure.
You think so?
Definitely.
I
don't think you had commitment issues. I think you just had issues.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I don't think that I had commitment issues. I just think that I have not had an aversion to commitment. Like, I don't feel like I need to commit to you to, like, for us to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, but you know what I need, so that's all that matters.
All right, moving on. Let's see.
I mean, that was kind of something we wouldn't fight about, but we would kind of get into
that's
it
actually
about.
true. Yeah, so we can linger on this a little bit longer. So, I don't see like, if we're not going to get married and we're not going to have kids, then why do we need to take steps like towards a more, defined or traditional relationship?
I think it's still a relationship on our own terms, which it definitely is, because I dealt with it being in a very gray area for a year, which I don't think I would do that with just anyone. I know that for a fact. But no, I also just feel like I still expressed to you that I wanted a commitment. Like, I want to know that you want to do life with me and that you see me as a partner and not just as some girl,
Yeah, but I don't see you as just some girl after we've been, spending, I would say, 2 days a week on average, for a year. Of course, I'm not just going to see you as some rando.
I don't know that.
Well,
that's why you got to make the commitment and show me.
Oh, God. So what does a commitment mean to you?
Like a promise to each other. Like, I don't know, you genuinely want to be together. You kind of want to be partners. That's why I like the word partner as opposed to boyfriend. But then I think people think I'm gay.
Oh, for sure.
Or I'm trying to just sound like, me and my partner. But no, because I feel like it's a partner in life. I want to do things with you. I want to learn with you.
Yeah.
I want to have fun with you. I want to experience new things with you. I want to learn more about myself with you.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Sorry, I zoned out. What were you saying?
You're annoying.
Yeah, I know.
You heard that, though.
I love that your way of saying you're a shithead, or I disagree with you, or I'm borderline mad or angry, is all you say is you're annoying.
Yeah, you're annoying.
Yeah.
No curse words, no nothing. You're annoying. Ponder on it.
Yeah. For me, I guess I just don't see a lot of value in commitment, like a traditional commitment. I've said this to you before. I think that there's more power or a truer commitment when you don't have some kind of traditional label, right? Mm-hmm. When you're just dating and you actively choose, in this case, your partner, every single day, you're choosing, because you're not in a committed relationship, you're choosing not to pursue anyone else. You're choosing to be with the person your person every single day. You're not forced to, there's no there's no ring, there's no, legal agreement, there's nothing else. It's just, I am actively choosing you every single moment of every single day. Yeah. I think that's a stronger, tie to another individual than, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend. But then I'm we're engaged or we're married or whatever. But then I'm, I don't actively,
you're not choosing me.
Yeah.
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 I get what you're saying.
All right.
I choose you.
I choose you. The next one is relatives. So if you have shitty parents, or if you're, or can you imagine having a sister or an aunt or whatever that hates your significant other?
You've dealt with that.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. It's so stressful. Only in one relationship, and I was like, never again. I'll never date someone that my family doesn't like or that doesn't like my family. Because, I mean, I've never dated someone that didn't like my family, or I've never dealt with anyone that had issues with like every single person in my family.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot. And it also kind of trickled down into, it's made me estranged from them for a while, so that's also why. But I think, I don't know, I think if you're close with your family and you have a healthy family dynamic, and then someone comes in and for some reason like it gets murky,
contentious, yeah,
like that's probably a sign that you're not with the right person.
I'd agree with that. You know, I don't think I've ever had a situation like this where, you know, I had for lack of a better term, a monster-in-law or whatever. You know, I've only been married once, but even, you know, in other serious relationships, like I've always enjoyed spending time with their family, you know? And I think that's a function of, to your point, being with not necessarily the right person, but a good person, right? You're not going to end up with, you're not going to end up disliking someone's family if they're a good person, because then obviously their family are good people. Like, you know, like
they came from good people.
Exactly. Quality begets quality, you know? All right. Let's see. We touched on this earlier. Habits.
Yeah.
Do I have any little habits that drive you nuts?
Yeah, you're type A about things.
You've said that I'm type A about some things, but not others.
Yeah, type B about like going to the airport and stuff, which I love because I'm also the same way. I feel like you are very relaxed, but you also just like things done a certain way.
Yeah, and yeah,
which isn't a bad thing.
Honestly, it's a function of a couple of things. One, like it's a function of efficiency, right? I do spend a fair amount of time thinking about how best to accomplish most tasks.
Yeah.
And that's like a derivative or whatever of, you know, my education and the type of work I do.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you know, if you're talking about economics and you're talking about architecture, like those two disciplines are studies in efficiency, right? And it's hard for me to allow my brain or allow myself or even the people around me. It's physically painful to me, not physically, it's emotionally and psychologically painful for me to like sit and watch somebody do something like in an inefficient manner. You know, like I'll walk into a business and they have their business flow set up all wrong. And you're just like, what are you doing? Like, this is so backwards, you know?
Yeah.
And it frustrates the hell out of me. And so like, I really do think about like how best to accomplish everything from washing the dishes. Like, I wash dishes in a certain order and I organize them before I even start, you know, and like even to like how I like put them in the drying rack. Like I think
one might say that's OCD.
I guess it could be like, I don't think of it as OCD. I just think of it as like, you know, just the best use of one's time, you know? And I guess it's probably partly from my dad too. He's a big proponent of doing things the right way, right? So yeah, I do have habits that I guess some could perceive as being like OCD or anal, yeah, for sure, anal retentive. But it does frustrate me sometimes, but I have to like bite my lip. Or bite my tongue rather, not to say anything, like, because I want, like, again, with the washing of the dishes, like, there are things that I want to say to you, like, you're doing it wrong, but I don't want you to stop. I don't want you, like, I still want you to do, like, contribute. And if I criticize your method, then what's the most likely outcome? Fine, you do it. You know?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
especially if I'm doing the dishes, I don't even want to be doing them, and I'm doing them. You better let me. As long as they're washed and clean, it shouldn't matter. That's what I say. Like, I'm the type of person, I'll ask you to do something and I don't care how you get it done as long as you get it done when I need it done by.
Yeah.
You need to know how you're doing it, when you're going to do it, which way you're going to do it, the time of day you're going to do it.
That's okay. That's
outfit
not entirely
you're gonna do it
untrue.
in.
That's not entirely untrue.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's just we operate different. I know a lot of people that are like that. That's why my sisters always say, if you want things done, you have to do it yourself. I'm like, yeah, because you want it done the way you want it done.
Well, you left a word out. If you want things done right.
The right way, you have to do them yourself.
Yeah.
If you want things done the right way the first time, you need to do it yourself. There's so many ways you can go on with that saying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about, are there any other like little habits? Like I know some people get annoyed with like chewing your fingernails or something, or like, you know, tapping of a pen, or like any little things like that. Like that, are there other, you know, habits that annoy you? Not just my general habit of being, you know, type A.
Not that I can think of, to be honest. But I think I'm a very chill person, so not a lot of things annoy me. If something annoys me, I just remove myself. So if there was something you did that I found annoying, I don't even think that
You say you're annoying all the time.
we'd be dating. Well, you are annoying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't think of anything like little, you know, pet peeves or whatever. I don't really have any of yours other than this is one. You leave your hair everywhere.
Well, you should tell me. I would start vacuuming more.
Okay.
I guess you shouldn't have to tell me also. So that's okay. All right.
All right.
It's not my fault.
It's not?
No, it's not. Hair's gonna shed.
Okay. All right.
Regardless. Okay, noted though. I'm happy you told me.
Let's see. Well, it extends to your cat's hair as well.
Oh,
like I've talked to you about that before. That is I can't stand animal hair on furniture, clothing, whatever. And it's because I grew up around a lot of pets.
Yeah.
And like I love pets. I want to have them, but I don't want to have any of the, you know.
You want to get a dog?
Yes.
Yay.
Can we do it in our current situation? No.
I know, but at
Okay.
least we're grown enough to know that.
Yeah.
It's not a no, it's just not right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's see. Moving on. Money is the next one.
Yeah.
We don't really talk about money.
No, but I feel like we kind of, like, I mean, if we were to break it down, like, who spends more money on who, obviously, you spend, like, more money on me. But I try to do what I can where I can. Like, I take you on dates and stuff. And, like, we were talking about, I feel like with girls, like the same way they want to be like courted and taken care of, like they should be extending the same to their man.
Yeah.
Like I
That would
love
be nice,
going out to
but-
dinners and stuff. Well, no, for the most part, but I'm gonna say like if I'm taking us out to dinner, like yeah, I'll order us Uber Eats, but there's times where I take us out and I'm still just like order for us and like get whatever. I'm not like, oh, I'm taking us out to eat now, so I'm going to get my own plate. You're going to get your own plate. No appetizer, one drink, and no dessert. Like,
Well, yeah. You know, and this kind of came up recently because I went on a trip down to Oaxaca, Mexico.
Yeah.
And I talked to you about it. And then, you know, you felt like I invited you and then I uninvited you.
Yeah.
I felt like I talked to you about it and then I wanted to invite you, but I didn't. And it was primarily a function of cost. You know, I wanted to do a cheap trip. I just wanted to go down there, work for a week, like, you know, jump in the ocean, go for a run on the beach. Like cook for myself, you know, read my book, like just, you know, kind of unplug and chill and do some. And it's so inexpensive down there. Like, you know, I'd go to the market and get groceries and, you know, and like, yeah, I mean, there was, you know, and then but I knew that if I took you, I wouldn't, there's two sides of it. One, I would want to showcase the town to you because I've been there before and I really like it. Yeah. And I would want to take you, you know, they have a Michelin star restaurant and, you know, I'd want to take you there because it's an incredible experience, you know, and there's other, fun things to do and see and all of that. But I didn't, then you got to, rent a motorbike or take taxis places or whatever. And then, doing those activities. And then, there was the music festival, that's another couple $100, and it just adds up. And I didn't want to be like, yeah, you can come, but it's going to be on your own dime, because that makes me feel shitty. Like, I don't want to have to tell you, hey, money's tight because I have this project going on, and I'm spending a lot of money on building out this project. So, I can't do as many things, like we just recently we looked at our photos like from 2024, right?
Yeah.
And it was, this time of year we were
EDC.
Yeah. So we went to Disneyland, and then 2 days later we flew to Miami, and we were there for like 4 nights, and then got on a cruise and did that whole thing, and then came back, and then a week later took a road trip to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like nonstop, right? And
got some new titties.
Oh, that's right.
In between all that.
That's right. Yeah. So
we did a lot.
Yeah. Like, and I, when I don't have a project going on, it's easy for me to, to do all of those things. Mm-hmm. But right now, I just have to make sure I'm being
frugal.
Yeah. And just aware of my finances. But it makes me feel like less of a man. It feels emasculating.
Feel that way.
It feels emasculating to be like, hey, babe, I want to do this, but I can't afford it right now.
Yeah. I don't feel like you should feel emasculated, because you do a lot for us.
Well, thank you.
We literally just went to Europe for 3 weeks. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, thank you.
know?
But it does, like, it when, I don't want to ever have to say no. I want to choose to say no sometimes, but I don't want to ever have to say no, right? So I get why people fight over money,
Yeah.
But it's also important. I think there's a point where you kind of have to discuss it if you're, in a long-term relationship. But I think that there's also sometimes it's too soon to address it. Mm-hmm. Like, one of my good friends, on like his first date, he would ask girls like what their credit score was and how much debt they're carrying and all that kind of stuff.
That's so invasive. But the first date.
Well, he was like dating for a purpose. He did not, like, he was so in tuned to his like finances, and he took care of his shit. Like, he didn't want to like work so hard to make sure that he was in a good financial position just to fall in love with somebody whose personal finances were a mess.
Yeah.
Like that would just suck.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about how much debt you have and what your credit score is?
Sure. Fuck, not on here.
Oh, not on here.
No, we can talk about it, but I'm not in debt a lot, so it's not something.
You're not in what?
A lot of debt.
Oh.
I said debt a lot.
Okay, I was like, what's a debt a lot?
No, I'm not in a lot of debt, to be honest.
But what's a lot to you? Is 10,000 a lot, or is
not really.
500 a lot?
Because the only debt I'm in is from school.
Okay, so you just have student loan stuff.
10,000.
Oh.
Which I don't think is bad.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
But and then maybe my credit cards.
Oh, you have credit card debt. Oof.
Mm-hmm. But like, it's not like crazy debt. Like, it's not even.
But that's the debt you don't want, because that's like the 30% a year APR debt,
I know, but it gets me nice things.
Oh, geez. All right. I didn't know you had credit card debt.
It's on credit. I have a credit card, so I pay my credit card off. Isn't that debt if I use my credit card?
No.
Oh.
Credit card.
But I don't have credit card debt.
Yeah, no. Credit card debt is when you don't pay the balance every month.
Oh, no, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking about, like, I have a credit card and I use it. So
no, everyone should be using their credit card.
Yeah, I pay it back every month.
If you're not getting any benefits from it, then there's no reason to use a credit card. But you fly free with me everywhere we go because Southwest. I use my Southwest cards for I have one for business and one for personal, and that gets me Companion Pass, which you get to fly free on, right?
Yep.
So like,
we love that.
Yeah, there are obviously you want to, use your available credit in a smart way. Don't, you don't want to rack up debt, but you also want to use your credit cards that are gonna pay you back, right?
Yeah, that you have an incentive for.
Yeah, I mean, there's all different ones, and you just have to figure out the best one for you. But if you're spending money, you might as well, get an added benefit
for it.
Get rewarded for it. I have debt. I mean, I have mortgages. I still do have student loan debt. And the only reason I haven't paid off the student loan debt is because it's like low interest. It's a low interest loan.
Yeah.
When I do a project and I borrow, like I can the rate at which I borrow is still higher than my student loan debt, so it doesn't make sense to pay that off yet.
Yeah.
I have a car payment, but that's it. Yeah, and I'll be honest, like I screwed up my credit when I was in college. They give you free credit cards or whatever. You think, oh man, I got an extra $3,000 to spend this month.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, I got to pay this off. So yeah, my credit score went in the toilet. And I had a car repoed because I misunderstood the terms or whatever. I think it was a little shady on the part of the salesperson, but it ultimately falls on me because I failed to read and understand the terms and conditions or whatever. And, basically what ended up happening was that the salesperson, I said, look, I want to pay like under $300 a month.
Yeah.
And I want to stay under, 3-year loan term. Well, he said, I think we can do that or whatever. Long story short, he ended up getting me the payment that I wanted, but he extended the term for another 2 years, and it wasn't disclosed to me in a way that I truly understood, So when I thought I had paid off the loan, like
you hadn't.
I hadn't. And then the lender was like, hey, we're going to come get it. And I was like, good luck finding it. Yeah, I argued with them forever. I was like, I've already paid off like more than the thing is worth. Like, what do you, and they didn't care, whatever. Anyway, so I had a vehicle repoed, but now my credit score hovers around 800, depending on how much my debt levels and all that kind of crap. You can fix your credit pretty easily after you screw it up if you just kind of work smart after. Exactly. All right, so we're good on money. What about work?
I'm not in our relationship, but again, I've dated someone where it was just like, can you get a fucking job and work?
I was thinking the other way around. So I was thinking like that, like somebody's a workaholic or whatever, right?
I've dated that too.
Yeah, they're just too, like, they're never around, like work comes first, like all that kind of stuff.
Busy. I have work. I can't stand someone who acts like they're working so fucking much they don't have 2 minutes in the day to reply to you or just say something or like a heads up on something. I think that's my biggest pet peeve. The last relationship I was in, work was definitely an issue. And I'm fine with someone, again, like, I understand people's jobs, especially with mine. It comes in ebbs and flows. Sometimes we're super busy. Sometimes it's laid back. But, like, I hate someone that is just so preoccupied with their job. They act like they're just so busy for certain things. It's like, why are you in a relationship then? Focus on work.
Yeah, I think sometimes people use it as an excuse, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not, you can't
argue it. What are you going to say? Like, no, you don't have work? It's like,
Right.
I don't know what the hell your work schedule looks like or what your pile of what you need to get done looks like. So, yeah, I hate work as an excuse for things. I think it's like being like, oh, I was drunk. It's like, okay, well, it's not your first time drinking, Susan. So
Susan. Fucking Susan. All right. Yeah, I mean, I can see how it could be troublesome, but, I think I balance my, like, the different hats that I wear between, my 9 to 5 and then, my
5 to 9,
my investment stuff and whatever else. So it sort of goes in peaks and troughs for me too. Like there are certain periods of time, like times of the year that I'm busier than others, And then if I have a project going on, then, it's about to get super busy for me here. And you're not going to see a lot of me for, I don't know, probably 2-3 months when I'm really hammering out this, getting to the end of this project. So, but, the nice thing is that your job is remote too, so you can come with me sometimes.
Yeah. We make it work.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
All right, good. So the opposite of work is
leisure.
Hey, that's the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So leisure, like, I don't know. I guess I think one of my friends has this issue with her man, where the guy doesn't want to do like anything that she wants to do.
Yeah.
He just wants to do the things he wants to do, and he wants her to come along with him. It's just like he wants to fold her into his life without him folding himself into hers at all. I think that's challenging.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, you've kind of folded yourself into my life, and you haven't asked me to do many of the things that you want to do.
I've been asking you to do like yoga and Pilates with me 5 ever. You always have an excuse.
5 ever?
Even though,
like 4 ever?
Yes, 5
nice,
ever.
I like that.
And I
don't have an excuse. I keep telling you I want to do yoga with you at home.
But I'm like, let's go to a sound bath. I can't do a sound bath at home with you. Like, I don't have all the bowls.
Okay, I'll go to a sound bath with you. I just don't really. Okay, yes, I will try that.
I mean, I do pickleball. Do you know how much anxiety that triggers in me? Because I'm not good at it, and I don't like people watching me, and I'm not good at it, and I don't like people watching me.
But, I mean, it wouldn't be an issue if you just kept going, and then you got better at it.
And that's so easy for you to say, because that would be very convenient for you. The same thing with yoga.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do yoga. I actually have a real desire to do yoga because I know it would really benefit me a lot. But I don't want to go to a class where they're like, there's, I don't know, 8 to 20, 30 people in the room, and I'm doing something wrong, and the instructor doesn't have time to correct me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but they do.
I want to, when they tell you to go into a pose, I want them to help me. Like, okay, the easiest way to get in this pose is this way, or, you know what I mean? Like, I need personal instruction. It's kind of like when I was, like, learning to skateboard or snowboard or even surfing, whatever. Like, you go to the snowboard park and, like, that you're not good enough to, like, actually, execute maneuvers on certain obstacles, right? So, like, you shouldn't even be there until you get to a certain point, right?
That's how I feel about pickleball.
If you're not good enough to, like, ride, like, effectively, then you shouldn't even be in the park. I feel the same way about yoga. Like, I need to, like, get good enough at just being flexible and stretching enough to, like, be able to kind of do some of these things a little bit, and then I can start to go, and then I get better, right?
Okay. We'll let you have that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. What's the next one?
But, like, as far as leisure goes, like, are there other things? I mean, there's not, like, other than pickleball, are there other things that you don't want to do that I try to do a lot?
Not really.
Yeah.
Just pickleball.
Okay. All right. So we'll move on then. We're getting into the top 3 here. Communication.
I feel like we have similar communication styles, which thank God. But I also know I could work on my communication, because when I really get upset, I just shut down and I don't say anything.
Which is fine. That's why we don't argue.
Well, no, I bring it up later.
Oh, okay.
When I can gather my thoughts and have something to say. But I think, or even I feel like sometimes I can be a people pleaser, and I just go along to get along, because it's easier than hearing an argument or just going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I need to kind of stand more on business.
Okay.
Need to stand on business.
Yeah. For the communication stuff, like, I think that we are pretty good communicators. What I really appreciate is that you don't need constant communication from me. You don't expect like if we're not spending the night together or whatever, you don't expect a good morning, a good night text, a this or that. Like if I'm, if I'm traveling or if I'm working or if I've got like a lot of stuff going on, we might not talk for a day or two.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Some chicks would freak the fuck out if like you didn't talk to them for a day.
Most of my friends too are like, that's so weird. But I'm like, again, I need my like alone time. Like usually Mondays and Tuesdays have always been the day where I'm like, I'm just working, going to yoga or going to the gym or whatever, and I'm like, that's it. Like I don't want to see anyone. I'm like, I want these 2 days to myself, and I've always kind of been that way. Like, so I don't expect constant communication. But I feel like it's it also goes into being secure, I guess, maybe in your relationship, and I feel very secure, so I'm kind of just like, I mean, whatever he's doing his thing, it's not like, I don't need the constant, every day, every time, all day, hi, babe, what are you doing, babe, how are you? And then it doesn't make it fun, like, and then what are we going to talk about when I see you? It's like, dude, I was just talking to you all fucking day, hi.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm just in your face.
Yeah, and I think our communication style also is very healthy. Like, neither one of us raise our voice, neither one of us, like, has to have the last word. Like, neither one of us is like, contentious about things or whatever. So I think that's awesome. All right, the last two, chores. We talked a little bit about this before.
Yeah, I guess with dishes and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
sometimes you cook alcohol.
Well, because we don't live together, we don't have this issue, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of irrelevant for us. And then the last one is bum bum bum. What do you think it is? Before doing the list, if you would have asked me, I would have said money.
Oh, children.
But it is children.
Yeah, I would have said money too. Commitment.
And we do an entire episode on children, so we don't really have to spend much time with it here. Yeah. But we also agree on children, like the fact that they suck. And we don't want them around us.
Yeah,
no,
we don't
I'm kidding.
want any. We like
kids.
Shit,
yeah.
We just don't want.
We like cool kids.
We like to give.
We don't
them
like shithead
back
kids.
To their owner. Please return to sender.
Yeah.
I love those kind of children.
Yeah, but I think that if for parents, sometimes they have conflicting parenting styles, and that can be a real big point of contention. But we won't run into that because we ain't gonna have none.
Yeah. They definitely have to tune in for that episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Anything But Cliche. Make sure you follow us on Apple Music, Spotify, and listen to us on Olas Media.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Is that good?
Thanks for tuning in to Anything But Cliche. Hit follow, smash that subscribe button, and maybe even send this to someone who really needs to hear it. For the spicy stuff we don't say on air, follow the show on Instagram at @anythingbutcliche. And for the full episodes, blog, and more, visit olasmedia.com. Anything But Cliche is recorded in studios in San Diego, California, and proudly produced by Olas Media, an IVC media company.
Olas Media.